Hi everyone, this is Shumi, and this video will be a little bit different from the other ones that I've been doing lately. Everything that I've been doing, such as the latest autism video, has been very high effort, so it either required research, or drawing really complex things, or even drawing several things all for the same video, and I just got a little bit stressed out, to be honest. So in this video, I wanted to do something different, something a little bit more relaxed. So I'm just going to do a little artist vlog, I guess. I'll unbox some art supply that I ordered, and then also show you some of the crafts that I've been doing off camera all this time. So yeah, let's get started. Today I'll be unboxing this. This is my order from Hobbycraft, which is a UK-based art store, and my friend told me about it. And of course I decided that I wanted to buy everything, because it truly has everything. So I just wanted to make a simple video where I show you what I got and then share my ideas about what I want to make with that. And then we'll see what happens. Let's get started. How do I open this? Trusty craft knife. I don't actually remember everything that I bought, so it might be a surprise to me too. Oh. Alright, let's just tip this over. Oh. I thought I had a huge order, but actually just had a lot of these air balloons. I'm sorry, I just did it, I just had to. Yeah, okay, well, here's the stuff. I'm still filming. Yes, you are. Alright. Here's the stuff. I like that they considerably packaged it in a separate piece of plastic, even though I don't like plastic. But if this were to hypothetically spill over, that wouldn't be good. Alright, so in order of how exciting the thing is, we have some Polymer Clay. And I used to be super into Polymer Clay. It was like a massive hyperfixation for me when I was in like the end of middle school, around that time. And so unfortunately all of my Polymer Clay supplies are in Estonia, in my old house, and I am in the UK, and so it's a little bit difficult to get to them for various personal reasons, besides just them being like thousands of kilometers away. So it's just easier for me to rebuy them than to try to get them. But hopefully when I go to Estonia I'll be able to get them back, and then I'll be able to make more things. Right now this is just a very basic set. So I got Fimo Soft because, to be honest, most Polymer Clay is so hard, or at least the ones that I used to use, which are Cernet and Fado and some other ones. They're just like rock hard, and it's very difficult. And it turns out that I do actually have joint hypermobility, so these really hard clays may not be so good for my hands. So I decided to get Fimo Soft, and it does feel soft, but not too soft. It feels like the correct amount of soft. So I'm quite excited to use that. I have a rekindled interest in making accessories, as you may be able to see, as I'm wearing some that I've made recently. But these are just the beads that I bought. They come in sets like these. I reorganized these by color a little bit, but this is what they look like. And I really like some of these beads, the kind of kid core that just take you right back to childhood. Although these Hello Kitties are kind of creepy looking, like it looks like it's wearing corpse paint or something. So some of them I really like, but some of them I kind of want to repaint into fancy colors to match my other more fancy beads, so I can make more adult looking bracelets, because I really like this aesthetic, but it's not for everyone. and I like to mix things up as well. So this is the box I have with like all of the nice colors that I like, and this is the box I have with all of the ugly colors that I don't like, and I think I'll probably be repainting these. And this is mainly what I bought all of the other stuff for. So this is Gesso. This was discounted. Apparently this is some sort of magic fluid that makes everything better. It just makes paint stick to surfaces better. So that's good, because I will be needing that. And then I got a little sanding block. It's basically kind of like sandpaper but in a block form. And yeah, this is so I can sand these beads so that they're just a little bit more, what's the word? So there's a little bit more texture to the surface so that it can grip to the acrylic paint better. And then we have Podge, which it says that it's a water-based sealer, glue and finish. And this is basically just to seal the paint. So this is not fully waterproof, but it does say it's water resistant. So that's kind of a difficult thing about making projects like that, because it's just it's not as durable as just using plain beads like here. But also, since we're talking about beads, let me show you what I've made. So this one is basically a stem toy, and I just put a bunch of different beads that are good to stem with. So you can rotate this, you can do this with this, or you can do this with this. And there's just a bunch of different textures and stuff, and I like it a lot. This one is very simple. It's just rainbow rose because I just thought it looked cute. So yeah. Then this one is leftist, and then it has red roses because symbol of socialism, and then it has rainbow roses because symbol of gay. So if you're a gay socialist, you can buy this on my Depop shop. Finally, this one is autistic, and it also has like a stimmy element to it, but also it has a few beads to represent your mood. So if you want to communicate to someone how you're feeling, you can just point to the bead to say not good, fine, better, and then it just makes things easier, possibly for some people. So you can buy these and some other ones in my shop that I'll link in the description. Oh, and then I got some paintbrushes just to use with the Podge, because I think I have enough paintbrushes, but you can always use a few more, right? Especially these tiny ones. I don't have enough of those. So with the Polymer Clay, I just want to make like cute accessories, because I'm once again obsessed with that. Especially during lockdown, I feel like my hyperfixations just got like completely out of control, and I've been so... I just keep getting really into things. I mean, YouTube is one of them, but so is making things with Polymer Clay. And I guess I could show you some more accessories that I've made. Yes. So when it comes to Polymer Clay, I really enjoy playing with colors and textures. So this is one thing I made way back, still when I was in middle school, and I just kept it for myself because I like how alien and weird it looks. But yeah, I was like so obsessed. I tried to learn like every possible technique, and I made lots of stuff with it. But then I kind of lost interest, and I also had a problem in that the oven that I had at home was broken. So in order to cure the clay, because you bake this in the oven in order to harden it, and then it turns into basically just an inert plastic that is non-toxic and stuff. So I didn't have an oven to bake this in, and because of that I had to go all the way like across the city to my grandma's house so that I could use her oven. And I'm not sure if my current oven in my current house is good enough, but I will try and find out. It is a gas one, which makes it a little bit tricky, but yeah. Anyway, more accessories. So this one is similar to the autistic one, but this one says ADHD, and it also has some stems of different types. And this also has mood options, so it's kind of like a mood bracelet. So this one has 5 different mood beads. This one represents hyperfocus to me. This one is I'm great. This one is yeah, I'm fine. This one is not so good. This one is not good. So you can buy that one. Then I made this one, which has a gardening sort of theme, because I needed to use the ugly colors somehow, and that's not intended as an insult to people who like these colors. I just don't vibe with them as much. The first ones I made were these ones, and these ones were because, as some of you may know, I am obsessed with pastel colors. I'm obsessed with like fairy key and menhera aesthetic, and that's actually why I want to make a bunch of polymer clay things, because beads are expensive, and especially ones that are shaped like pills, which is what I want in my life because I take a lot of meds, and I like how menhera represents that reality for some people. So I want accessories with that, but beads that are shaped like pills are so expensive, so I want to make some. But in the meantime, I made these bracelets for myself, and you can just stack them, and I think they look adorable. I ordered some more pastel beads, so hopefully I'll be making more of that. And this is another mood bracelet, and this just says I feel, and it has a bunch of different beads that you can kind of point to them to say what you want to do, if that helps communicate. I was kind of intending it for people who go nonverbal or are nonverbal in general. Focus, please. Because I'm autistic, and sometimes I have selective mutism, which is when it's when in some situations you just kind of lose the ability to talk. So sometimes if I'm really overwhelmed, then I can't talk, and this can be useful to have some sort of visual aid and other way to communicate with people around you. So this one has 4 moods. I've also made a bunch of earrings, and there's loads. So for example, this one says alien, alien, and this is an NB Pride one with some of the more fancy beads that I own. This is a trans one. This is a pansexual one. This is a trans spoony one. And then these ones are made from, you know, those ring pulls from cans and stuff, like cans of beans and stuff. Yeah, they're made using that. Also have there's another trans one. Here's a bisexual one. So my thinking is using all of this stuff, I could repaint beads like this into beads like this, and I think it would look cool. And then I could possibly make some videos with that. Although I kind of been doing this without recording it because it's been stressing me out to have to film everything that I do for fun. And so this was just no filming, just me time doing it for myself. But I might film it at some point when I feel like it. And also if you want it, so let me know if you want maybe like a tutorial on how to make this kind of thing. And yeah, anyway, I'm really excited what I can make with this, and I hope you enjoy this weird little video where I don't do much of anything. Another thing I want to mention is a really cool project that I'm part of, and I will be talking a little bit more about this in my upcoming video, which, yes, it's coming. It's about canon autistic characters. I just need to record some of the last bits of audio for it and then put it all together. It just took a lot longer than I thought because I got, as I mentioned, too stressed and kind of overworked myself just for the sake of doing it in Autism Acceptance Month, but that didn't really happen because stress. The project that I want to talk about is an autistic comic anthology called Sensory, which is on Kickstarter. And we are just a little bit under our final stretch goal, which is to add 10 more comic pages, which would be amazing. So I encourage you to check out the Kickstarter, see if you like it, and you can get the book for yourself. It's really been a really cool project to get involved with, and I will talk more about it in my next video, which hopefully will be out soon. So yeah, please do check out our Kickstarter. It would mean a lot to me if you backed it. And also, if you would like to otherwise support me, if you would like to buy some of my crafts, such as bracelets or earrings, or if you would like to order a custom one, then I have a Depop shop. Both will be linked in the description. I also have a shop with t-shirts, where you can buy t-shirts with my designs that are sustainably printed. So check that out too. Thank you very much for watching. This was Shroomy, and I hope to see you again. Bye bye! I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like this, you can subscribe to my channel for more artsy videos like this one. You can also like this video and share it with your friends and loved ones. It would really mean a lot to me. On my channel, I often use art to illustrate all kinds of conversations, such as social justice matters. You can view my series on internalized ableism through the link in the description. I also make pure art videos, review art supplies, and play around with art challenges. If this sounds up your alley, then you are most welcome to be my subscriber. Thanks again for watching. This was Shroomy, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye!